Hey guys, I got a quick little video for you. I'm going to fix a tool shop clamp here. These are they're found at Harbor Freight. I've seen them at Menards. If you have a Menards in your area, they sell them as well. And one of the issues with these is if you put any kind of real force onto the handles when you're clamping something, it can break. There's a pin right in the handle here, and it will snap right off. But what you can do to alleviate that is, if yours breaks, if you're lazy, you can kind of figure out where you should drill and just drill a hole straight through there and put a bolt in it. But the better way to do it is you take this apart. This one is not broken, but I'm gonna fix it. I'm fixing all of them today because just to make sure that they're all not going to break on me. Because I had one break on me today, and I've fixed others in the past. In the past, what I actually did is I drilled a hole through, and I put a piece of, like a metal piece of aluminum through there, and then I bent the end so that it wouldn't come back out again. Okay. So if you look inside here, you'll see the only thing in here holding this together is this. There's a little pin right here, and there's one on the other side too. So the handle just fits into this pin right here in reverse order, but just like that. So what I did on these is, what happens is this will just snap off, and you have just like a little piece of plastic laying in there, and it will no longer function. So what I'm doing with mine is I'm taking them apart, and I'm taking a drill bit. Let me look at what drill bit this is. Looks like I have a 13/64 bit. So you take I believe it's 13/64. You might need something that's slightly bigger than that. But this bit actually goes through the handle here. So I've just put a bolt. It's probably overkill, but I'm putting a bolt that matches the dimension of this hole. So I drill this out. I do the same thing to the other side. And there's a nice little hole in there already, so you know exactly where your drill has to go. So if you're really cheap and you don't want to even buy a nut and a bolt, like I said, I took a little piece of wire and I had it on one of my other ones. I had it going through there, and then I just bent it on the other end, and that'll hold everything in place too. It's a little bit sloppy, but it will work. So while I got this apart, I'm going to go ahead and tap it out a little bit. Sorry about the noise. Try to clean out a little bit of this junk. And then while I got it apart, I'm also going to put a little bit of oil in here because they tend to get a little bit sticky. I think you could also just oil the bar, but while I got this apart, I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in here, and hopefully it will make it work a little bit better over time. Because sometimes it just seems to get sticky. I think anything that gets in contact with sawdust, you're going to run into that. So, get my hardware here. I've got just some number 10 hardware that I picked up somewhere. This is way longer than it needs to be, but so all I do is I take the bolt or the screw and I put it in underneath there. Make sure you get the handle in here the right way. You got to have the grip this way, otherwise it's not going to work right. Yeah, so just make it fit in there. It fits in pretty good. And then put this back on. No job is complete until you drop a screw on the floor. Okay, that one doesn't want to go in. I'll use a regular screwdriver to finish that one off. So then I happen to have on hand some star washers, so I'm putting a star washer behind there. I don't know that this is really needed, but what the heck, I have them. I have a pile of them, so I just as well get them used, use them for something. So then I just took a channel locks and tighten up the nut on here. So this just screws in. I'm holding the back till the lock nut takes, star nut takes grip there. So there you go. And then I'll show you this does, so it works again real well. This one did work before I decided to fix it because it was not snapped yet. But as you can see, it works pretty good. And I just take a Dremel tool and I cut this off flush. And I take a little bit of the nut with it. That way I know it's not going to, I'm not going to get metal on my, get a splinter in myself or cut myself with the edge of these threads on there. So I'll show you guys real quick. My messy garage. Here you can see I've got two more of these that I've fixed. See, it's fixed there. It's fixed there. So these are pretty inexpensive clamps. But they really do a good job for as cheap as they are, and they will last. I've had these for a long, long time, and you too can fix yours with just a couple of very simple tools. Like I said, I've got number 10 hardware in this case. I believe it was a 13/64 drill bit, and a Dremel tool or a hacksaw to cut that off. And you could cut that off with a hacksaw if you wanted to, and then take a file to make it flat. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.